Welcome back, fam. Welcome back. It is I, Hawaiian Steve, and you know what this is. This is Blunt Review. This has been long overdue, but I have got to give props to one of the best podcasts I've ever listened to. How Did This Get Made? Stars June Diane Raphael, uh, Paul Shear, tall Paul Shear, and the Zooks, Jason Manzooks. So, how did this get made? Here on Blunt Review with Hawaiian Steve. Let's get into it.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. Do you know what I mean?
So, as I said, how did this get made? I'll tell you right off the bat, five blunts. This podcast is phenomenal. Anybody who loves movies, if you're here, I assume you love movies. If you love movies, you need to listen to this podcast. This, however, they specialize in movies that probably should have never gotten made. And that's what makes this podcast so much fun. These three great comedians, actors, they and numerous special guests: Adam Scott, Will Ferrell, Seth Rogen, the comedians and actors from all over the spectrum have joined these guys in tearing apart these movies. But it's so fun. Not only is it funny and the jokes are fun, they give you cool behind the scenes stories and different research that these guys have looked up. Also, being within the Hollywood machine, they know a little bit more than the most of us, I'm sure. Now, this one's produced by Earwolf. I listen to it on my Spotify, but it's great. Bad movies deconstructed with great guests. They go on tour sometimes. I would love to see these guys live. They went across over to Europe. They had a Europe tour that was great. It looks like it sounds like it's just a fucking blast. And I love the way these guys interact with the audience, especially Jason Manzukis. Love him. What's up, jerks? What's up, jerks? I love that guy, Jason Manzukis. He's fucking hilarious. And it gives you nothing but phenomenal, ridiculously bad movies that some of them I've never even heard of. And they tell you if it's so bad, but you gotta watch it just to make fun of it, or if it's just so bad that you cannot waste your time. Um, they were the ones who inspired me to watch Madame Web, which was absolutely fucking awful, but fun because I loved watching them make fun of it. They've won numerous awards, Best TV and Film Podcast from the iHeartRadio Awards in 20 and 22, a Webby in 2019, 22. They got an Amble for Best Comedy and Excellence in Audio. These guys are great. They are fun. The whole podcast is fun. When it's over, you wish there was more. Um, and Paul Shear does do a little bit more. He has his last looks episodes where they get into some of the listeners' questions and comments, or they will do corrections and omissions, give you a little bit more feedback or behind the scenes on that particular episode, which is also fun. And just great all around. I've been getting into podcasts a lot more lately, and this has always been one of my favorites. This will always be on my Spotify home page there because I can't get enough of these guys. They're great. I give them all the props in the world. Five fucking blunts for these guys. They are fucking hilarious, great, fun, all that. You got to go and listen to them. How did this get made? Podcast, listen to it wherever you can get your podcasts at. It's great fun, and I promise you won't be disappointed. This show is hilarious. So until then, you guys know what it is, and you know who I am, Hawaiian Steve, Blunt Review. So get hit with the get lit with a give hit of that real shit. I'll trip it a little bit.